Hi, this is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden. We are talking about skill building. So, this is where I got to figure out how to do this. I am in Brooklyn, New York, and I am coming to you via a webcam. Now, I'm going to be blunt. Skills are not something that you're going to practice listening to me talk. And this is something that I'm going, how am I going to teach you how to do skill building from a webcam? Bottom line is skill building is not something you are going to be able to do unless and until you decide to apply it in real life, specifically your life stream. This is important. You've got two choices. You can practice something out of your way, which is inconvenient, and it's actually not practicing at all, or you can practice it in your life stream, on the job, in the field, while you're doing it. Now, if I'm talking to you about business and you are at work, great, we're great. If you are sitting there in the moment, in the field, while you're listening to me walk you through it, great, better, phenomenal. Let's go there. I have to be in your field. The life stream is all the things, all of your routines that make up your life that apply to your life. Now, I have an entire course called The Learning Journey of the Discovered Self that is dedicated to you building your life stream. Anything outside of that life stream is not going to work. That is not your life. Now, this is what's going on. You've got the system, and then you've got the world, your life stream, Mother Nature, and your subconscious mind. Now, all of these things are compatible, all of them. The system is over there doing its own thing. And this is the problem, is the system is not compatible with Mother Nature. It is bullshit about it being the world because it is not the real world. It is a delusion. It is incompatible with Mother Nature. It is incompatible with your subconscious mind. So every time you step into the system, you are actually violating Mother Nature, your subconscious mind, the world, and your life stream, which is why every time you go to work, it feels like you've been derailed and you're pausing your life to go to work, which is why it feels like when you get back home into your life stream, you're going, wow, it feels like I just spent the whole day outside of my life stream. When a person decides to build their own business, what they are doing is choosing to implement their own life stream. So it's really important that whatever you choose in life is compatible with your life stream. In order to do that, you need to know what your life stream is. In order to do that, you need the learning journey of the discovered self, which is what we have available to you over there. So here is where we talk about the skills. Now, a great example of this is exercise. If you are a person who does not have exercise inside your life stream, then you might be the person who once a year goes to the gym, signs up, and then never goes back. That is an example of you pursuing something outside of your life stream. That is why you're not exercising, is because it is outside of your life stream. In order for it to work, you've got to put it into your life stream. You've got to make it a part of you. Now, if you don't love exercising at a gym enough to put it into your life stream, it's not going to work for you. So understanding when you are creating and building and sculpting your life stream that you are strategically putting things into your life stream that are compatible with your dream, your vision, your life stream. I love to use the analogy of you are on a ship. You have a destination. This is the Cartesian coordinate system, and you are heading toward your heading, your destination. And the path that you are going to take to get to your destination, your focal point, is going to determine which life stream you take. Your life stream should 100% be filled with all the things you love, because that's going to keep you in your life stream. If you hate it, it's outside of your life stream. Your people are the people who are in your life stream, who you are meeting and finding as you are going toward your destination. You step outside of that and you're not going anywhere. And also you are picking up the wrong people. As you do your healing journey, your pilgrimage, your build a business, you are putting yourself back into your life stream. And you are attracting the right people for you because they are in your life stream, heading toward the same place where you are going. It means your life streams are actually lining up. So when you do skill building, you are wanting and you have to make sure that you are skill building in your life stream. Otherwise, you're not going to learn it. You're not going to learn anything unless it is inside your life stream. Your life stream is where your mindset is when it is learning. So as I go through these skills with you and I break down the theory and the technique and how to do them, if you are not applying them in your life stream, you're not going to learn them. You're going to get nothing out of this course. In order to get absolutely what you need out of this course, you are going to have to prioritize with high quality. Those are the two key words here. Prioritize with high quality to use them in your life stream, which means you are going to have to make the effort. You are going to have to commit to this. If you don't, it's not going to work. This is where you make it or you break it. 100% of everything you learn is in the life stream, and it is in skill application. Now, skill application can come in some prep work, which is the theory, which is what all of my videos and all of my literature is it's the theory. It's the fundamental, this is how and this is why. And that's where it ends. That's it. For the theoretical purpose, that's all you get. After that, you just gotta do it. Sitting in a classroom, listening, reading a book is garbage. It's not how it works. Consuming information is garbage. And anyone who tells you differently is lying to you. That is not at all where we learn. So says Plato, and so says Edgar Dale's very scientific, the core of learning. Or I'm sorry, the cone of learning. That is not at all how we learn through books and or lectures. You just need the basic concept of theory, but what you really need is application. Now, we're going to go over application because this is where it gets really vital. There's only two ways you can apply a skill. Discussion, not listening, discussion. Absolutely exploratory dialogue with discussion. This is why I have my workshops. It is so you can discuss and enter into a conversation. You listening while someone lectures is not it. You've got to talk. You've got to debate. And the reason why is because when you debate, and I do not mean arguing and screaming, I mean you have to sit down and discuss it, because it's through exploratory dialogue that you are practicing at least 3 skills. You are translating, you are processing, you are figuring out how to listen and then switch. It's called mental diversification. And that is what you are really doing. You want mental diversification. Mental diversification is a skill that is only practiced when you are doing it. When you are sitting there listening to somebody, you are not mentally diversifying. You are in one mode. This is where it's going to get really weird, because you have multitasking, which is over here, and then you have mental diversification. They are not at all the same thing. Not at all. Multitasking is when you are doing something like cooking while you're reading a book, and that is not it at all, because that's physical. You need to be putting all of your attention into one thing, one focal point. The thing is, when you're focusing on that one thing, depending upon what it is you're doing, let's say playing the piano. It's the best example there is. It really is. Playing the piano. Playing the piano is one task, but it is one of the most extraordinary mental diversifications that there is. People confuse mental diversification with multitasking all the time. So a lot of people pursue multitasking thinking, oh, it's going to give me mental diversification. And it doesn't. Not at all. Because mental diversification is a completely different kind of discipline. In fact, no one's ever heard of it until now, because I made it up for this course. Mental diversification is what Plato taught in his curriculum, but you gotta do the curriculum to get it. Philosophers don't study that. Philosophers sit in a lecture hall and they listen, which is the absolute opposite of what Plato taught. Plato's curriculum begins with music. When you sing, There's a whole lot of things happening, which is mental diversification. When you play the piano, there's a lot going on. You've got the left hand doing the left hand thing, the right hand doing the right hand thing, and your brain computing and translating all of the physics, all of the translation, all of the language, all of the logic into the mechanical discipline of playing at the same time. You are using your left brain, you are using your right brain. In addition to that, you are also using your foot pedal. So you're also listening. So you're listening, you're doing auditory, you're processing all of this in. You are up to at least 5 skills, mental skills at the same time, because you are teaching your brain how to diversify. Mental diversification is the core to problem solving. That is really what we are going for here. In order to pull this off, you have got to play the piano. You have got to sing while you play the piano. You have got to paint art. You have got to dance, because it is only when you do art that you are actually practicing mental diversification. This is what art does. And it's all Plato starts you on is literally 10 solid years of just art, because through art, you are practicing the skill of mental diversification. So that by the time you get to theater and stage, where you are practicing oratory skills, memorization, listening, interaction, projection, theater, stage, memorization, you are delivering, you are absolutely interacting, connecting with the audience. While you're doing that, you're also learning the theory from the 7th, 8th, and 9th ethic of human connection, which is human circuitry. So you are now consciously aware, and that is what theory is for, conscious awareness. So you are supposed to take your conscious awareness and you are supposed to integrate it with skill building. And in order to do that, you need exploratory dialogue and you need skill building combined with conscious awareness. You combine these 3 powerhouses and you are learning, but you got to do it on the arts. Now, once you've got this mastered on the arts and you step yourself into logic, math, linguistics, logic, math, and physics, now that's where you start to see the powerhouse of all this coming together. So that's all you need is logic, math, and physics. The rest will literally just be consequential. You will be able to logically deduce so quickly that your calculations of problem solving will be so advanced that you will be able to literally project any kind of chain reaction science you can possibly calculate at such a heightened rate, because you have trained your brain to do mental diversification, which is the object here and the goal. So when we talk about all the different skills that we're going to build, it really needs to be based on a foundation of art. And then after the art foundation, you need to stack that, because it's all prerequisitional. You need to stack that on problem solving skills. Now, problem solving skills are at the core, or are stacked upon logic, which is stacked upon language, which is stacked upon theater and stage, which is stacked upon reading and writing, which is stacked upon sculpting, art, and drawing, which is stacked upon music, song, and dance. You skip any one of these and it's not going to work. Bottom line, it's not going to work. I was 4 when I started piano. And then from there, I was able to toggle it and stack it. Now you skip one step and the whole pyramid comes down and it's not going to work. So for those of you who want to go for the full Monty, start with music, 1 year per subject. And I mean, indulge. I mean, you devour each and every subject. Do it. Do it. While you are doing those, and this is vital, you're following the academic disciplines while you are studying the 12 ethical perspective growth. While you are doing that, you are also adding the academic disciplines of these skills. So you want the skill building, you want the 12 ethical perspectives, and you want the academic disciplines. That's for the full Monty, and you must do it in order. My abstract lays out the entire mathematical process from point A to the end. It is powerful and extraordinary. It takes about 10 years max. That's if you're starting from scratch. If you are starting from scratch, it takes 10 solid years. If you've already mastered any of these things along the way, you're going to fly right through it. You're absolutely going to fly right through it. The purpose of this is to fill in the gaps of what you've missed. So start with music, instrument, song, dance, some sort of performance. Absolutely start with music and music theory. So you're going to do music, you're going to go music theory, and then classic physics to accommodate that music theory, geometry, and logic. You're going to want to couple all of those together. That right there, that gorgeous cocktail, logic, geometry, logic, geometry, music, math, physics, combined. Well, that's it. Just music, math, physics, logic. You combine that little cocktail and your brain will unlock. That's why Plato starts everybody with music, because music covers everything. It's absolutely very powerful, very extraordinary. So start there. Then from there, and you're going to feel it when it unlocks. It took me about 3 months to unlock it. Once I started music theory, it took me about 3 months to realize, oh, I need geometry. So I grabbed geometry and I plugged it in there. And it was the combination of music theory, geometry, and physics. Those three things. And it just turned my brain on. When you get those three cocktails going, you want to add the 12 ethical perspective stages. You want to add the conscious awareness with the theory. And then you want to make sure you follow the academic disciplines in the right order. Now, you don't have to absolutely become a master at these. You do not. That is not the goal of these. Now, if something lights you up and you go, oh my God, this is my thing. This is what I've been looking for. That's absolutely, you take that, you add it to your life stream. That is how you find out. That is the second ethic right there, is you cherry picking the academic disciplines and you adding it to your life stream. Now, this is the learning journey of the discovered self. So as you're going through the academic disciplines and the 12 ethical perspectives and the skill building, you are also cherry picking the ones that's going to go into your life stream. It is vital that you get into linguistics when it's time, theater, stage, linguistics, and also when it is time, when you also pull into that logic. Linguistics etymology, that's key. Linguistics etymology followed by logic. Those are the two key pieces. Absolutely. Oh, good God, is it? Linguistics, specifically etymology, and then you pull into that logic. Now, if you do not study any of this, if you just follow the logical computation of, oh, this feels good and this feels right, your intuition is going to take care of it for you and you're just going to fly. If you listen to your intuition, which you should be doing, which is what the 12 ethics will teach you. So it's this summation, this entire cocktail that is the learning journey of the discovered self. It is very powerful. So when it comes time for the skill building and the discipline, there's going to be 3 types. There's going to be your hands-on, which means you are going to physically sit down and dance. Well, you're going to stand up and dance. You're going to physically sit down and play the piano or the guitar or whatever instrument you want. You are physically going to get involved. The other kind of skill building is mental discipline. This is where I'm going to be walking you through the mental disciplines via the webcam. And this is where it's going to get tricky, because teaching you how to do story stepping, teaching you how to do double projections is absolute conscious awareness with story conceptualization, and then using literally television and books to practice these things, which is what I did when I read the great books. The great books are fantastic for also coupling in this. So that's also part of the curriculum. So when you learn how to do the mental disciplines via conceptualization, that's where we're going to have to step into the mental workshop. So I'm going to have the physical workshop, which is going to be up to you. But the mental workshop is different. And that's where I'm going to have to sit down and teach you how to literally, theoretically play with the abstract to project, double project, shift your mind, perspective shift, point of view. It's absolute story projection. And I'm going to have to walk you through those skills. These are the skills that I learned from the 7 masters I had growing up, as well as partnered with the theory of Plato. So it was absolutely putting them together that allowed me to do this. So conscious awareness absolutely requires your mastery and your discipline, and that starts with priority, and it starts with quality and standards. That is the very first thing you need to study. After that, we are going to step into the mental discipline of understanding mental diversification, because that is the core. If you abandon mental diversification, you're done. All of it's for naught. If you are not grasping onto that focal point of mental diversification, then you have missed the point, because the whole point of all of this is mental diversification. Anything else outside of this subject is garbage education, 100%. Because if you are not focused on mental diversification, you're not learning. You're not doing what the brain and the mind can do. You are not understanding the point. You are not learning how to story step, you're not learning how to project, you're just taking information. Information is not what makes you smart. It's your ability to have mental diversification that does. This is a complex mental discipline that one has to build up through the academic disciplines in order to get. And the best way to do that is music, because music, between exploratory dialogue, toggling that with conscious awareness, and also the applied skill building, those three key cornerstones of education, you are looking at 12 academic disciplines. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You are looking at 12 disciplined skills, all being used by your mind at the same time. 12, at least. When I sat down and I counted all of them, it was 12. 5 through the discipline of exploratory dialogue, and then 7 just through playing the piano and singing at the same time. So that you, through 2 activities, just 2, were taking in 12 disciplines. That is what we're going for, is that diversification. Now, if you are doing one activity and you are getting half of a discipline, that's what school is. That's what our educational system is, where you have to do 12 academics disciplines a day and you are only exercising 1 skill. So it takes literally 6 hours of school a day to do 1 skill, which is just learning. That is inefficient. That is high energy inefficiency. That is just like, go back to classic physics and Newton's law. That is not at all learning, which is why we walk away going, why didn't I learn anything in school? It's because you were not learning. That's why. When you learn, you are doing 2 activities and getting 12 diversifications happening. And that's what we're going for. When we start, and that's the whole goal of this, is to train your mind how to diversify. That is the whole point. So we're going to walk you through it. Now, this is going to take me a few months probably to record and build everything up. So please be patient. It's a lot of information, and I want to make sure that I am maximizing your education with the highest quality when we go through this. So thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.